All right, cool. So now that we're in the default of Magicavoxel, first thing you want to do is to go right here where it shows all your palettes, okay? We're going to empty our palette. So just go here where it says 3, and now we have a completely empty palette. Right here, you'll have your colors. If it isn't already open, you just want to click this and your colors will be there. All right. So now what you want to do is you want to find your shader. So you go to the top right and you go here. These are all different things. You just want to go to the middle where it says shader. Then you want to open your shaders and look for the brick that I sent you in your resources. Okay. You want to make sure that your brick is highlighted, and now that's ready. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is to get rid of this voxel. So for me, I'm on a Mac. You do Command A to highlight everything. On a Windows, you will do Control. Mac and Windows have the same exact commands, okay? So just delete that. Now we have an empty voxel. What you want to do is you want to make sure you go to the top left where you have all of these, and you want to click on voxel shader mode. One thing to note is if you go to the middle right here on the bottom, it tells you what you're hovering over. Okay, so this is voxel shader mode, this is resize, extrude, and box mode. So make sure you're on voxel shader mode. What you want to do is go to the main voxel, go all the way to the bottom, and you just want to drag. And now we have everything there. Okay, now what we want to do is to create some wood floor. So we have to create brown, but we're not only going to create one type of brown, we're going to create a bunch of different types of brown to make it a little more realistic. Okay, so what we want to do is to go down here where we have our colors, and let's go between red and orange. You want to go to here where it says S and just push it. And now when you look at your V, you can see that there's brown. And as I'm doing that, you can see that the color here is brown. So now it's kind of creating our wood. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up until we get a good amount of brown colors in different pigments, okay? I would say just to do random, I wouldn't take too much time on this. Just have a little bit of fun. Right, so now that we got that part out the way, what we actually want to do is to delete this. Get rid of it, just Control or Command A and backspace or delete, okay? What we're going to do is make sure you're still on voxel shader mode and attach, okay? Go here and just bring it right back. So now doing that, we're actually able to change this up. So make sure you go here in the middle, look for your shader, and now we can touch these. So these are the type of ways you can mess with it. I think I want to make it semi-long, not too long. So something like that, give it more of a longer wood shape. Cool. So this is color A and color B. So if you notice here, we have 11 colors and we're showing 10 of them. Notice if I were to bring this down, you'll only see that first color. So this is our first color. So that's color A. Color B means all the rest of the colors. So since we're working with 11 colors, I'll bring in all the way to 11. So that's what we have. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is to make this a little more realistic. Okay, so this is what you want to do. You want to go to your paint and we want to make a new color. Okay, so let's just go up here, get us a new empty area, and we want to go for brown once again, but this time we want to go for a much darker looking brown. Okay, awesome. Make sure that you're still in paint. We want to go from Vox shader mode to our box mode. So click on that. Now we want to go all the way to the end and just paint that in. Make sure you're only painting one. Okay, awesome. We're going to paint one more. And now we got that in. So what we're going to do is go right here where it says your region select, and you click on this and it's going to highlight anything that's this color. Okay, same thing for any other area. So you see this is a lighter brown. It's going to highlight anything that's that same exact lighter brown. So that's how that tool works. So since we're working with this, you want to click right here. Okay, so now that we have that highlighted, what you want to do is click here and you want to go here where it says edit. Okay, make sure that it's on all so we can see everything. You want to go to select and you want to do copy, and then you want to click paste. So then what it did was it copied this and pasted it on top of each other. Just click on it and you'll be able to move it just like that. Now if we go here again, we can copy everything once again. Go back to this, copy and paste, and just drag it to the next part. Since I don't want to copy this again, I'm just going to click paste one more time and drag it out right there. And that's exactly what we want. All right, next thing we're going to do is to go back to our paint and we want to make sure that we're still on box mode. Now we're going to add in lines to make this a little more realistic. And this part you don't have to waste time on as well. You can just be random with how you put in these lines. Just make sure they're small lines. You don't want to accidentally make them thicker like this. All you have to do is keep your hand on your mouse and then you can keep them small. And if you do accidentally make them thicker and you aren't clicking on your mouse again, just do Command Z or Control Z and it's gone. So we're just going to keep doing that. I want to get rid of these highlights, so we're going to do none. So then there's no more highlight. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Just fill these in and just be random. Okay, you don't have to take too much time on this at all. So that's what I'll be doing. If there's areas that you feel like don't have enough, you can just add it in. But for the most part, this is about it. Now it looks like we actually have wood boards that created the floor. Okay,